tried to have quite different approaches to each piece, but within the context of like a certain set of aesthetic criteria about this listening thing and about the space. So some of them have like more improvisation than others. Sometimes some of the pieces it's like just myself improvising. Some of the pieces it's just Richard improvising. There's one piece which is a composition of mine, but Richard plays it by himself. I just solo improvisation. So everything kind of has a different focus within the context of it just being us, basically. It's not exactly jazz, it's not exactly classical, it's not... I mean, it's kind of in between a lot of things, so it's quite hard music to place in terms of the usual boundaries and that people kind of make about music. So I think that's kind of part of our ongoing thing, is trying to put it in venues which maybe we wouldn't normally get to play. Like actually, we'd love to go and play this music in some churches or some kind of like kind of great architectural buildings.
I got into piano fairly late in some ways. I was about 14 at school, and there was a teacher there that kind of had some knowledge of sort of jazz and harmony and things like that. And around that time, I'd heard an Ella Fitzgerald recording with Oscar Peterson on it, and I thought it was really, amazing. I was really into it. I had a lesson every week at school for a couple of years, and then basically sort of was on my own, and just listened to records. I just bought hundreds and hundreds of CDs, of every single jazz musician that linked the next one to that one, and I was just obsessed with jazz, and improvised music, really.
I was originally a trumpet player, and I play a lot of trumpet still. And actually, on most gigs I play both instruments. The flugelhorn's much kind of bigger, has a much mellower sound. And actually, for this record, it just became apparent very quickly that I just wanted to play flugelhorn on this record, and it just felt very appropriate to do that. And it feels very me. I guess I had this particular instrument since I was 18 or something like that, so it's, there's a connection. And there's just always players that I was listening to, like since I was a kid, who play flugelhorn I was very attracted to. So people like Kenny Wheeler and just like some of the older guys as well, Clark Terry and all sorts of obscure people. But so it's always an instrument that I have quite a connection with, and just when we're doing this project, it just seemed appropriate just to stick with that, really. It kind of came out that actually on this record, like most of it, I just play very straight and just like with a very natural sound, which is kind of a challenge in itself in a way, just to kind of do one thing like that. But certainly in other contexts, like I've been working on a lot of like small sounds, like breath sounds, click sounds, and just like and changing the timbre as well to, just to make it as expressive as possible, basically. And things like this. But also like, you can change the sound quite a lot just on a note as well, on a piano.